Hello, everyone. Welcome to I Choose to Grow, the place where we don't only talk about growing and developing in the Lord, but also growing various different herbs and fruits and vegetables and spices in our very own backyards. So, today I am going to talk about a very wonderful rhizome. Yes, rhizome, not a root, but rhizome called ginger. Now, this ginger rhizome is something that I got from a local grocery store. And this is what I did last year. I got a rhizome from a local grocery store, planted it, and it produced a harvest that is going to last me for a year, at least a year. Now, this particular rhizome, it was very difficult to be able to find because I don't know what's going on, but a lot of the other ones that I saw, that the whole parts look like this. So this, when you see this is not going to be a viable rhizome to put in the ground to be able to grow. But what you're looking for are these little knobs or whatever they call them. That's what you're going to want to look for. And when you see that right there, you see that little shining part, looks like a little knob. When you see that, that is something you want to go ahead and grab, because that is what is going to help grow this rhizome. So I see two right there. Let me see. I think there's the potential that might grow into one. But if I got a good solid two, I'm good. I'm going to go ahead, pick it up and plant it. So let me see. Here's one right there. Potential to grow and develop, but at least I got those two solid ones. You have two options. I could either just cut it right here, split it, or cut it this way right here and create three, split it and plant it. Or I could just put the whole thing in here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put the whole thing in here. But growing ginger is very easy. It's not difficult at all. It is a very heat tolerant plant. It loves tropical weather, which in my region, it gets extremely hot. And I will tell you, ginger is going to love it. But you'll just have to water it, just to make sure that the soil is somewhat moist, but not overly wet, because you don't want the actual rhizome to rot. So when we talk about the actual ginger, this is what we refer to as the rhizome. This is the part that we want to eat. This is the part that everybody is making so many different wonderful products and food with, the rhizome. The roots are going to be like a little stringy part. This is where I actually grew my ginger at last year, and this, trying to see if I could see some roots from last year, but you see this little stringy stuff right here, that was part of the root system. So that's the roots of ginger, and this is the actual rhizome that a lot of people refer to as the roots. So what you want to do is that you want to have your soil, put that right over there, to where it's pretty soft, nice and rich, have a mixture of good quality soil with some sand, some worm castings or whatever other type of things you want to put in there that is going to help your soil to be moist. That's what you're looking for. Another thing that you want to do is that you want to have something that's going to be wide enough for this rhizome to grow, because it grows horizontally. The roots are going to grow down, but maybe about that, maybe I would say maybe about 3 to 4 inches. So you don't need a really deep pot, because the roots are very shallow. What you're looking for is something that is going to be in width large enough for this rhizome to grow. Another thing that I want to talk about as it relates to this ginger is that when these rhizomes start to grow, develop a root system, they're also going to start sprouting and develop leaves. I do want to let you know that the leaves are also delicious. And you can also use those to make teas. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I plant it. It's going to be very simple, easy, yet very productive. It may take, like right now, it is the end of March. However, by the end of this year, I'm going to have a really good harvest to be able to eat, and it's going to last. As a matter of fact, as much as the harvest that I got last year, it can probably take me to December to when I harvest these. So when you want to plant the ginger, just go ahead, I would say, just dig a little hole, because with ginger, you don't want to plant it too deep. I would say maybe just about an inch of soil is what you're going to want to put on top. And that's all. Just put about an inch of soil over it, cover it, give it a good water, and you'll see right here where my ginger is. It's less than an inch below. Give it a good water, and in due season, it is going to sprout. You're going to see a little leaf that's going to come through, sprout, and then that is going to be the proof that it has broken ground and is starting to grow and to develop into a beautiful rhizome that has beautiful leaves. So I want to go ahead and encourage you all to start something in the garden, no matter how small or big it is. Like I said earlier, ginger takes a while for it to pretty much get a good harvest, but there are a lot of other things that you can grow and develop and be able to get the fruits of your labor much sooner. But I enjoy growing ginger, and it is just so wonderful. Oh, and there goes, we have a special guest, one of the golden doodles. So I will see you all later, and have a great day. There he is. Hey, Curtis. Bye-bye.